most people are blowing money on the dumbest things. Have you ever been on Instagram, been on TikTok, been on social media in general, and you get an advertisement for some clothes, some shoes, just some unnecessary stuff? To all 8 of y'all watching this, because it's only going to be about 8 people that watch this video, because this YouTube algorithm is no joke. I'm going to break down 9 things that's breaking your pockets, and you probably don't even know that it's breaking your pockets. Alright, so before I get into this list, I got a funny story to tell, and I think some people are going to feel this, and I know some people have seen this before. So I'm at the mall, just casually window shopping like I usually do, because I don't spend money a lot. They have this one store in there that has all the new exclusive shoes, like the newest J's, newest Forces. Nice store. Keep in mind, I like to window shop. There's a dude in there, and he got about 4 or 5 pairs of J's, and he lit. Dude had on a nice chain, had on a nice watch, carried himself like he had a lot of money. Tell me why he was getting ready to pay. Dude pull out 2 different cards and some cash. Eating out every day has to be one of the worst ones. Fast food doesn't equal fast money. If you're door dashing every day to eat, let me break down some simple math for you. Okay, say you spend $15 a day on meals just going out to eat, right? And a lot of people do this, so I want you to listen up. If you spend $15 a day, on average, that's about $450 a month. That's some people's rent some places. Don't even let me get on Uber and DoorDash. If you do that, you might as well add another 15 to that. So that's gonna bring it up to about $30, $35. So you do that math per month every day. Cooking at home is way cheaper. Think of it this way. If you're spending $20 on a burger, that same burger that you make at the house is gonna be about $3. Rich people, they're gonna do meal prep. They're gonna go out sometimes, but they're gonna do a lot of meal prep and they're gonna save their money for a rainy day. While broke people, they're gonna spend about $25 a day on food, and then they're gonna be looking at their account and wondering, why am I always broke? Expensive nightlife and clubbing. Don't get me wrong. We all need to have a good time. We all need to go out every once in a while. I don't really club that much anymore because to me, it's all a big finesse game. Ain't nothing good in the clubs. It's just a way for you to spend and lose money. Let's do some math here. So say you're trying to get into the club. The cover charge is going to be about 30, 40 bucks. Drinks? Man, that's going to be about $15, $20 a piece. And you already know the liquor's going to be watered down. So what do you think you're going to do? Because at the club, you got to get lit, right? You got to get a section and you got to get the bottle girls to do this. Tally up all that and say you go to the club at least 2 to 3 times a month. You do the math on how much money you're blowing on that alone. Then you do all that and you see the one girl that you really want and she curves you, because that's the sport we in now. They gonna curve you. Unless you really that dude, unless you really got that bag, you probably getting curved. Y'all be in the club popping bottles and you can't even afford it. Buying a brand new car is one of the worst things you could do. It's like you're literally driving down the freeway, you roll down the window, you get a stack of your cash and you're throwing it out the window, because that's essentially what you are doing when you buy brand new. I think everyone knows this by now, but the second you drive that brand new car off the lot, it's already lost 20% of that value. So think about if that car was $50,000 and you financed that $50,000, you're already paying interest in money on something that's already lost value. Just go to that dealership and buy one that's 2 years older. Most of the time it's about a 4 or 5 year gap before they even change the way the model looks anyway. So if the model looks the exact same, what sense does it make to buy a brand new car when I can buy one a few years earlier? Car dealerships, they love tricking people into doing the whole small monthly payments, but they don't even tell you they're getting you on a 6-7 year loan. At that point, you're gonna have that car forever. Y'all out here financing the Hellcat, but you can't even afford the oil change to go with it. Everyone knows that person where they will keep riding that car and they don't even want to deal with that oil change. I mean, they just straight ignore the oil change light. You got a $700 car payment, car note, every single month, but you can't even keep gas in there. I be looking at people's cars and it's always on E, always about a quarter tank of gas. That's crazy to me. Trust me, your time will come. Your time for a brand new whip, when you actually got the money to afford it, it is going to come. Blowing your money on expensive flights and overpriced trips is one of the craziest things that I see. You're trying to be on your catch flights, not feeling kind of vibe, so I get it. That's what people love to say. But at the same time, we got to do it the smart way. We got to do it the right way. You're on that type of time, but you're checking your bank account every 5 seconds and that bank account ain't matching up to that flight. Airlines are charging crazy prices because of people like you that they know they're not going to do their homework. They know that they're not knowing even what to look for when it comes to booking a flight. Booking last minute flights? Flying first class and you ain't first class? And the funny thing about it, some of y'all financing these trips like it's a car. You do a 3-day, 4-day trip to Miami and yet you got 3 years in debt just from that one trip. You gotta make it make sense. When it comes to booking flights, over the weekend, especially Fridays and Sundays, don't even look for a flight. Try a day like a Tuesday or Wednesday. Those are the days you want to do. And even when you do book those flights, don't book it too far in advance, but don't book it too late either. You want to have it just right. Also, for my people that I hope all y'all are using your credit cards, and when you're using them the right way and you're paying it off right when you spend that money. Because think about it, those flights that you want to do, because we all need vacations, we all need a break. Use those credit card points to book your flights. It's like you're going on vacation for free. Designer clothes. Man, it got y'all down bad and I don't understand why. Let me say this for the few people that are watching this video. Designer, it doesn't make you rich. It makes them rich. And they've been rich. They've been rich before you've been on this earth. Gucci, Louis, Prada, all of them, all the big designer brands, they laughing to the bank while you stunting on Instagram. Companies know and they bank on this. They bank on the people that want to spend all their money to look rich. That is how these designer brands get ahead, because they know there are so many suckers, so many idiots out there that will spend their last trying to look rich. $3,000 fits and you don't even got AC in your whip. Come on, man. Buying the latest tech just to keep up. Apple literally got y'all in the chokehold. Y'all are spending y'all money on the first day it dropped, waiting for the new iPhone. And it's the same thing every single year. Y'all are literally wasting money on the same phone and they get y'all every year. The difference between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 16 is the price. That's it. Oh, and let me guess, they changed the camera from going like this to this. Like, come on, man. Y'all upgrading phones every year but got the same broke habits. Let me say that one again. Y'all upgrading phones every year but got the same broke habits. You gotta make a better choice. I don't know who needs to hear this, but buying lottery tickets, that's not your way to get rich. That's not your way to make it out. If getting rich was that easy as buying a lottery ticket, don't you think everybody would be doing it? What's really the odds of winning the lottery? Like, let's really think about it. And what makes it worse is now that they have the digital lottery tickets, the game's really rigged. Do your research on this, because I'm not making this up. It has been multiple stories where there are successful millionaires that will form a company, buy every single lottery ticket that can match that number so that they can make sure that they win just to make more millions. Again, I'm not joking on that. Look that up. In casinos, y'all know casinos gonna get you. Like, what is the purpose of going to a casino to spend money that you know you're not gonna get back? Ask yourself, how much money have y'all made versus how much money have y'all spent at the casino? And don't even get me started on Prize Pick and FanDuel and all of those things. How many of y'all parlays actually hit? If you do the math and see how much money you spent versus how much you winning in parlays, monthly subscriptions that you forget about. We're spending all this money on subscriptions that we don't even use. Unless you were literally sitting down from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep watching TV, there's no way possible that you can watch all of these subscriptions that you're paying for. Most people are about 100 plus in on subscriptions that, again, they don't even watch. You don't need all those at once. And don't even get me started on the gym membership. I know this is your year and you're going to get it together this year. This the year you're going to get fit. At the end of the day, if you ain't been to the gym in a few months, just go ahead and cancel that. Y'all got all these streaming services and yet y'all still watching stuff from 2013, 2012. Tubi got everything I need. They got all the old movies. They got nice TV shows. I don't even need all that. I actually hate this one. That's why I left it at number 9. But I do know for a fact that it's definitely relevant. Buying unnecessary coffee every day. In particular, Starbucks, Dutch Bros, Dunkin', all of that. You're spending $7 to $8, maybe even $9 on coffee every single morning. Every single morning. Only for you to go to work and still be a pissed off ass. Let's do a little simple math for coffee. $7 a day equals about $210 a month. $7 a day equals about $210 a month. You can save that money and just make your own coffee from the house. If you really want to get out of this rat race that's going on, you gotta start being smart and you gotta be consistent with your saving habits. And like I said before, please subscribe, drop comments, interact with me. That's the only way we're gonna grow this channel. Again, I got so much knowledge that I wanna pour out to everyone. I just wanna make sure 9 people aren't watching.